Hey, what's going on, YouTube? This is Anthony, and you have reached another session of Ask Anthony. The time is now 9:10 on April 4th, 2011. It's been about a month and a half since my last video has been posted. Just had a lot of things going on. As you can see, there's no more braids. I got the fade now. Um, I had some personal advice that someone had to give me, that a couple people gave me actually. So that's what prompted the new look. But to begin, like I said, it's been a minute since I've responded to any of the messages that I've been sent. So I'm going to begin uh, by reading one piece of advice that an anonymous uh, writer has sent me. What they said was that they have been told many times that their kindness can make people run over them. So what they want to know is, how can they stick up for themselves when they know that being attacked for who they are is something that happens a lot. Um, what I'm going to begin by saying is that don't lose out on that genuinity that is inside of you. Um, I think that it's a shame when people allow other people to change their whole demeanor, their whole personality as a whole. And I'm gonna give you a brief example. Just some personal background about me. I like to help out, help people as much as I can, as well. And there was a couple individuals within the past year that I loaned money out to. One person in particular refused to pay me back. Um, Even after being explained that all it was a loan, I feel like they took advantage of the fact that I did that for them, that they were a friend, and the fact that that maybe it looked to them as though I wasn't in need of it. I don't know what the situation might be, but however, this person refused to pay me back at the time, so I took them to court, um, and it was a long, grueling process of going back and forth downtown, paying money on top of money, money to file the case, money to file the next case, money to have their checks, um, money taken out of their checks. Anyways, it was just a long process, missing class, missing different type of things in order to get this money back. And ever since then, I've been very particular with who I um, do that type of thing for again. Um, Someone that's I call a really good friend asked me recently to borrow money, and I genuinely feel like this person may have been in need and that they would have done the right thing by me. But I was so burned by the previous people that were putting me through, not paying me back, that I denied to help that other person. And yeah, I feel sort of bad about it, but I had to look out for me, and I can only go by the life experiences that I had been through in order to grow from that situation. And that situation for me, my personal growth was that to not loan money out to people, especially friends. So basically, my point with that making is that's something that I admire about myself in the past, was that if I had it to give, or if I had it to sacrifice at that time to let somebody borrow it, I would have done it without a question. So basically, what I'm saying is, I let some of those people that put me through those situations take away 85% of who I was. Like I said, I'm very helpful. Without those situations happening, I would have done it again. So I let the situations of another person manipulate the type of person and the type of human being that I am. So getting back to you, what I would suggest is, whatever the situation might be, if you feel like you're genuinely doing the right thing in the situation, don't don't listen to what everyone else is telling you to do. Don't think that you have to be this certain way, and in order to be this type of person. If you feel like you genuinely want to help a person, help the person. A motto that I was taught by my mother, and I still live by it today, is that once you do that good deed, is out of your hands. What you did for that person shouldn't be brought back up. It shouldn't be used against them. You know, it shouldn't be used as a way of necessarily um, getting something in return. If you're truly genuinely doing it from the bottom of your heart, it doesn't matter. Um, for example, if you see a homeless person on the side of the road and you decide to they're asking for money and you give them $5 or $10, we as human beings often think that we're the thing that stops us from giving those people those monies. We think, well, they're going to go directly to the liquor store anyways, or I wonder what they're doing with it. It better be exactly what they're saying they're going to do with it. That's not our concern when you really think about it, because God told us that when you tithe into Him, you will get back tenfold. So no matter what that other human being decides to do with that, you did your end of the bargain. If God put it on your heart to help this individual, no matter what they decide to do with it, you can't control that, and nor should you want to, because you did what you were setting out to do, was to give. Now if they decide not to do what they intended to, what you intended for them to do with that money, it's really not your concern. So I would take that with you. I want you to take from what I'm saying to you to say, to grow from the people that you feel like are taking advantage of you. um, At the same time, don't be no dummy. If you feel like people are continuously stepping over you, you do have to put your foot down. You have to put your foot down, because we're all human beings, and we all need, there's going to be a time where we all need help. We're all going to need something from somebody else. So if you're constantly giving, and not receiving, it's going to be a time where there's going to be nothing else for you to give those people that really do need you. You know what I'm saying? So I hope that I've answered your question to the best of my ability. Basically, again, what I'm getting at is I think it's incredibly important for you not to lose out on the person that you are, because that you might feel like you're getting taken advantage of, especially for the simple fact that, if you if you change who you are and shut down and become cold-hearted because others have taken advantage of you, then you're gonna someday come upon somebody that genuinely does need your help, and you might be so cold-hearted that you're not there to help them. And then what that does for you is it blocks a blessing that God could have from you, because you're so cold-hearted. I wouldn't say cold-hearted, but you're so shut down by what everyone else has done to you, that this person that's genuinely needing your help, you're not there for them. What's happened was you actually have been corrupted. You know, I think it's incredibly important that we know, especially as young people, we know that we're aware of the situations that's going on, but we don't let it control us. We don't let it take over us. So, like I said earlier, don't be dumb. And when I say dumb, I don't mean, as humane being dumb. I mean, be aware of what's going on. Be aware of your environments. Be aware of the actions that people are trying to do unto you. But at the same time, don't let those actions manipulate the type of individual that you are. So again, Anonymous, if you have any other questions or concerns, please write back in to Ask Anthony. If you don't feel like, that I've answered your question and to your liking, please write back again so that I can clarify and go more in depth with what I want to advise you. It sounds like you have a very good heart, and don't lose out on your heart. Don't shut down your heart because of individuals taking advantage of you. Just be smart. First of all, be smart. And if God puts it on your heart to do it, do it. If someone asks you of something, and if you have to think about it, or if it's troubling you, if it's discomforting you, then maybe that's not the right thing to do. But if someone asks you to do something for them, or whatever the situation might be that you feel like you're getting taken advantage of, and your immediate response is yes, or if you feel like that you can do it, then God put it on you to do that. And like I said before, you don't want to miss out on that blessing of blessing that individual, and then also God blessing you. So once again, this is Ask Anthony, April 4th, 2011. Have a good day, YouTube.